What is up, everyone? Welcome to Reality Room Podcast with Paul and Chris.
Giving you the latest on Big Brother 18, episodes 8 and 9.
That's right, guys. This is Reality Room Podcast, episode 24. We're going to go over these episodes. But before that, if you guys want to check us out, talk to us on the live feeds, please go to Room Podcast.
Yep.
Or just PM us our name and we'll add you to our room on the BB live feeds. So let's jump right into episode 8.
Alright, so episode 8 is the live eviction. We have Victor on the block, Tiffany on the block, and Bronte on the block.
By this time, I'm sure you guys do not know who's going to go.
Okay. Alright, so we're just going to do a quick recap on episode 8 and 9. So, episode starts off, we're on day 20. Victor says he doesn't want to lose to his teammate. Tiffany wants to get something going with the girls, not surprising. Tiffany doesn't trust Frank. We have some flashbacks with that about like the argument and miscommunication.
And then what happens is Bridget goes right up to Frank, and she's like, I was talking to Tiffany and she wants you out. Like the little sweet face that's kind of like a little ditzy. I mean, like, what do you think about Bridget up to this point? You think she's
I think Bridget is like all over the place. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, she's with the Spy Girls, and I don't know why she's so like gun holds Frank. I'm moving the table. Like, Frank all the way. Like, I don't understand Bridget's perspective, and she's like all about like the girls working together, and she still wants to keep Frank in the house.
Well, maybe Frank is secretly a girl. I mean, that could be the next twist, guys. All right, so let's keep going.
We've already had a taste of a bunch of stupid twists. Frank confronts Bridget about getting Tiff out. And Frank considers Bridget as like a little sister.
Oh, that's adorable.
James confronts Paulie about the 4 girls. Okay. Paulie considers Tiffany over Victor. Like voting Tiffany out over Victor because it would be better for his game.
I mean, on the live feeds, though, you never really got this sense that this was ever happening. It's just to build up suspense so you guys want to...
Yeah, that's just how they edit the episodes.
So you keep wanting to watch till the end.
Oh, wow, are they going to flip against Victor?
Are they going to flip against Victor? Are they going to flip against Bronte? Is Bronte going to go this week?
So Frank wants to talk to Paulie about bringing him into the fatal... Wow, I was about to say fatal 8.
The 8-pack.
The 8-pack, my bad.
So Frank reveals the 8-pack.
Yeah. So Frank reveals the 8-pack. Frank and Day are talking. He tells Davon that he told Paulie about the 8-pack, and she's like, okay. And then the DR, she starts freaking the fuck out.
She's like, oh, okay. And then she was like pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, how can... He was only thinking of himself when he did that. Because now the rest of their alliance members don't look as trustworthy as Frank does.
Yeah.
And, you know, Frank's doing a bunch of other shady stuff.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
Frank's a little shady motherfucker.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, so Frank tells the 2 of them about the 8-pack. Paulie, Corey, Zakiya, Nicole, and Day form a 5-person group alliance.
Which Day does not like either.
Right, and she believes that she's the 5th wheel because there are 2 showmances within that alliance. And Day tells James about the 5, and James is kind of like, I'm with you.
There's only like 5 guys left, and 3 out of 5 of those guys are potentially in a showmance right now. It's insane.
Yeah.
You have James, Corey, and Paulie. All 3 of them in a showmance. A lot of people were speculating early on that Paul was going to get with Bronte. So what the fuck's going on? Is this like the season of showmances? What do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't think they're like as gun-ho like, oh, we lovey-dovey type of showmances. I think they're more just like playing around, and they have more
Flirty?
like they're kind of like flirting with each other, but they're not like...
It is a showmance if it's flirting, though. Like, Dr.
But they're in the house, and they have to like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not like a Clay and Shelley.
Well, that's like a romance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I understand. But if there's so many showmances, the target for a showmance actually shrinks. Because there's so many of them.
Right. So, let's just talk about the votes. Okay, so there's 10 people voting. If it's a tie, Paulie's going to break it. So, Nicole, Day, Frank, James, Bridget, Z, Michelle, Corey, and I put Natasha. Natalie all vote out Victor.
That's right. Natasha's vote was a big surprise.
And then Bronte got 1 vote from Paul.
Right.
I thought Victor's speech was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I think he knew he was going, so he was just like.
He's just like, yeah, let me try this random thing, and like I felt like the crowd thought it was interesting too, but I'm sure people on Twitter were kind of like, Victor, I hate you no matter what.
Yeah. So he leaves the house, and Julia asks him what Victor would do differently, and Victor says he would pick his alliance differently. And then
I see.
the goodbye messages. Natalie wishes Victor could have been more nicer to the girls.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't
like,
really see it was that big of a deal.
I didn't really see it either. I mean, I think she just has like that feministy personality, which that seems to have been what casting was looking for.
Yeah,
like just a bunch of
because they were probably sick of like the guys.
Yeah, they're probably like, oh, it's been like 5 seasons. Let's have a girl. Let's rig it for a girl.
I hope if a guy wins this season, I'll laugh.
That's what everyone was saying last season. It was like Vanessa's gonna win or Liz is gonna win, but then Steve jumped in. That was a big shocker.
Yep.
Anyway, back to the episode.
So back to the episode. Dave wants to win the HOH, and we have this HOH competition. Thank God we found out who the HOH is.
I know, it's been so long.
Yeah.
We don't
have to wait anymore. All right, so this episode's called Kiss My Ace. So each member of the team has to serve a tennis ball, and the person who gets the lowest score out of the 4 is eliminated.
Yep, that's correct.
We got Bronte's out, Michelle's out, Nicole's out, Day's out, James is out, Frank's out, Corey's out, Z is out.
Frank embarrasses himself.
Tiffany is out, Natalie is out.
Tiffany is out. She does a little pouty face when she leaves. She's like...
Yeah, and I'm like upset because like it's between Bridget and Paul. I really wanted Paul to win this one.
Doesn't that make because Tiffany's team was out first? Doesn't that make them have-nots? Is there have-nots this week?
I believe there are. I just don't know who.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at it now. It looks like it's Nicole and Tiffany and Corey. Yes.
Yeah. So they're all have-nots. So Bridget wins HOH. Frank, Bridget, Michelle, and Paul are all safe.
Hold on. I just want to say, Bridget wins HOH. Bridget. I mean, we talked about it last episode. I mean, but does anyone in the house know who Bridget is? No, I've never seen her talk game with anyone except for that.
Spy Girls.
Except for that. Not even. Like, they just general conversations. And, like, even a few weeks ago, the Spy Girls were like, oh, we're cutting Bridget out because we don't trust her anymore. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Now this girl's winning HOH? Who is she? Who? Apparently she's Frank, the girl version.
Oh, God. All right, so let's just jump into episode 9.
Femme Frank.
We're on day 23.
Hashtag Femme Frank.
Paul says he's going to just lay low this week and not burn any bridges. Day is upset. I put Bridget equals Frank.
Yeah, Bridget equals Frank. Thank you. Because that's what Day says in her diary session. And you know what? She's 100% right. And that's what Tiff says. She's like, oh, she's his little lackey. Her right hand, his right hand man, right hand woman or whatever.
So Z is crying, saying she doesn't trust Bridget. Not surprising, you don't talk game to her.
Oh my God! Like, I can't take Z and Nicole when things don't go their way. Like, it takes me the hell up.
Like, I can't believe that Bridget won. I don't talk to her. Like, who get what fuck started?
Like the same shit happened when Victor won the roadkill competition. You had Z and Nicole crying.
You're in the house with them for 20 days. Start playing the game.
I'm going on the block. What can I do? And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I understand the pressure, but don't cry about it.
Oh, they're such over exaggerators.
And Z had no one wanted to put her up. I would have put her up, to be honest.
If I was Bridget, fuck yeah.
If I was Bridget,
put some new people up there. It's boring. Okay, so Bridget asks James who James wants to go on the block, and James pretty much says,
oh, you mean with Corey?
No, Bridget X James.
Oh yeah, he said whatever you want, basically.
What the fuck is that?
And then Tiffany talked to Corey, and she was like, well, if I was sure I was gonna get on the block, what do you think I should do? And then he did the I mean that's
some sequester access stuff.
And then ironically, they started the next segment off with Bridget saying, Frank, who should I put on the block?
Okay, whatever. I don't care about Frank. Tiffany, Corey, Nicole are in the bathroom, and they're like, they want to know what Bridget's going to do because they never talk to Bridget.
Yeah.
Bridget wants to put up Nicole and Corey. Not a bad idea.
I'm game for that. That's what
that works.
That's what Tiffany and Davon were saying that they should do.
Because they're showmans, and Tiffany, because she's shady. Well, do you put somebody up on the block because they're shady, or do you put somebody on the block that doesn't talk game to you?
She tried to start an alliance with you. How is she shady? Okay. Towards who?
What the fuck?
Towards who? Oh.
So Nicole says she's been distracted. They have this whole segment with Nicole and Corey.
Yeah.
And I had to walk out of the room.
I was like, I hate... Nicole was like gushing, and I was just like, Nicole, this is the same mistake.
You editor, why are you putting this stuff
And it's the same mistake she made in season 16 with Hayden. Why do you think you left season 16?
Yeah.
Because of what you're currently doing
Imagine
in
she gets
season
out the
18.
same place. Oh god, that'd be great.
She probably will. I mean, yeah, she probably will. And I think Corey's going to go before her because Frank... Or maybe she'll be put up with Frank. I don't know, because it's really looking kind of iffy right now.
Yeah, okay, so Frank... Oh god, we have this whole thing. So Frank makes a couple of pranks on Nicole. This is how all this shit started. So Frank is like picking up Nicole, throwing her into the pool, and Nicole's like, I really don't like the way Frank is like treating all the women.
I don't like the way Frank
calls Zia a hussy. Hussy, is that what it is? A hussy? Husky? I don't know.
Something like that.
And then Frank calls Day a slut, and then Day calls Frank a douchebag.
Yeah. So just to give like my little 2 cents on this, people are saying like, oh, Frank should get kicked out of the house, yada yada yada. He's not being intentionally malicious.
Yeah.
Like I can understand that his behavior should probably stop, but also you have to understand that hey, maybe I should tell him to fucking stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of crying about it for 30 minutes.
Because in Dave's perspective, she doesn't want to like do that.
No, I understand, but like last week, why shouldn't he have done that last week? Because
let's have a conversation.
Yeah, just have a conversation, and then so that's what they did. Paulie and Corey was sensible, and they had a good conversation with Frank, and Frank apologized today. Yeah, and she's like, "Fuck you, that's bullshit."
Yeah, but then like even before that, like Frank's like
ass grabbing.
But even before that, I don't know who it was. Shut your damn mouth. I have that like quoted. I think that was Davon, or was that Frank?
I think that was Day talking.
Frank said something, and then that's when Day was like, "Shut your damn mouth."
No, I think he said "shut your damn mouth" to her. Okay.
And like Day was like sad because like she was like a big fan of Frank.
Yeah.
And Day's trying to target Frank for next week. Frank tells James that he was doing all this because he does this to everyone else, like even his family members, blah blah blah. Yeah,
I mean, like I understand Frank's perspective, but people need to talk to him and tell him, listen, you have to tone it down. Yeah. I understand maybe this is what you do with people that are close, but I'm not comfortable with it. And if you want us to stay close, you have to fucking cut that shit out now.
So nomination ceremony happens. Paul and Tiffany get nominated for eviction. Not the best move, gonna be honest.
Nope.
And like her speech was just like, what was that?
I don't even know, man.
Something about like, if you have any problems, come upstairs and we'll talk with Doritos or some stupid thing like that.
I listen, like, what? I like Doritos, okay?
I mean, I like Doritos,
I like Doritos, but I don't know what the hell that has to do with Big Brother.
I think she tops worst nomination ceremony.
I mean,
she beat Gina Marie.
I mean, or is this a CBS sponsor? Is that what they're doing now? No, it's just Bridget being kind of dummy.
I want this week to end so badly.
Bridget being kind of like cutesy dummy.
So Frank apologizes to Day. Day says she's still targeting Frank. Paul mentions Johnny Mac and is like, I'm going to beat your record, Johnny Mac. I hope he does.
Yeah, although, well, he doesn't, but...
yeah. Bronte says that they'll send Frank home over Bridget for next week. Tiffany wants to put up a bigger target. If she wins roadkill, she wants to put a bigger target up so that way she'll stay.
But thinking about it, I don't know who is the bigger target. Because if they put in like Nicole or Corey or something, they wouldn't go home.
Yeah.
So it's really tough. She would probably put up Bronte, which is this kind of what happens.
Yeah. So, the BB roadkill competition happens. They have to press 8 horns in the correct order. Seems pretty easy.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Some of them had some problems, like Natalie just, I don't know, she didn't know what she was doing.
Yeah, I completely agree. And James, too, kind of seemed like he was whatever. Like, James, they were joking that he probably took the longest amount of time, which is, I mean... Yeah. No one expected James to be like the memory comp beast.
Exactly.
He's a physical threat. He can do the endurance stuff.
Mm-hmm. So Frank got 58 seconds, which I think is pretty good.
I think it was 56.
I got 58.
Whatever it is.
He got 58 seconds. He beat everyone.
And he did some Christmas line bullshit.
Yeah, and then something about Tiffany was like, oh, he's like it's like the Grinch stole Christmas or something.
Yeah,
like
some
that.
bullshit like that. And Tiffany's like, yeah, he won. And Z's like,
Yeah, so the girls already know like Frank won.
And then
Tiffany didn't.
You see Nicole and Frank doing their little jump celebration.
Yeah. So, Roadkill nomination ceremony happens, and Bronte is up on the block. So it's the second time that trio has been up there.
Yeah, and Bronte is just like so depressed. She's like, yeah, there's just not enough people.
I don't have the numbers on my side. The only person I have is Natalie, and it's not looking good.
And that's what we predicted earlier on. We said that the Roadkill competition was going to benefit the big alliances, and that's what it's been doing.
I don't like that though.
Yeah, I mean
it's so boring.
It doesn't give the little guy a chance anymore. The underdog are gonna go.
It's like even if you're HOH, the only thing HOH now does is secure your safety with your teammates.
Basically,
that's the only thing it does.
Yeah,
because you can nominate 2 people and then the Roadkill can just completely fuck it over.
That's true.
Not that we've seen anybody leave yet from a Roadkill nom.
Yeah, we have not.
Nope. So yeah, that was the episode recaps. I'm not liking the episode I'm not liking these episodes, guys.
I'm not liking these episodes. You had to catch yourself there. Yeah, these episodes they're not good edits. The players are not playing too well. I'm loving Paul though.
I like Paul. Paul, he got higher on Jokers, correct?
Yeah, Paul is 9th.
Really?
Yeah. Is that bad or good?
I wish he was a little higher.
But he's rated 2.5 rather than 5 days ago he was 1.9 and a week ago he was 1.5.
Right.
So he is up. Surprisingly, there's a lot of people that are 2.5 and up now. That's rare for Big Brother, and I figure this is going to change rather quickly. So let's jump into some live feed stuff.
Yeah.
Some basic stuff. So first off, let's go with veto.
Right, so the veto winner is Bridget.
Right, I guess Bridget's a comp beast now. What do you think?
Damn, did not think Bridget would win veto.
Yeah, I mean, the second Frank gets out, she's actually going to be a threat.
I'm just wondering what the veto competition was, because if it was a veto competition where, they can see each other play it, I feel like Bridget should have gave it to Natalie. Natalie would have took Bronte down and forced Frank to put up somebody else.
Yeah, if she had that,
So I don't think Bridget winning over Natalie was the greatest thing, but maybe they didn't know who was going to win what.
That's true. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Do you guys think?
Do you think that Natalie should have won it over Bridget? Because I think so. I was hoping that would have happened.
I was hoping either Tiffany would win or that Natalie would win.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would just make it more interesting. Because I want to see Frank squirm.
Yeah, right.
I wonder who he would have put up. Probably. Actually, I have no idea. Maybe Z. Maybe Z. All right. Okay. Bless you. All right. So.
Sorry.
So veto meeting, no one gets pulled off the block, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's looking like
Tiffany's leaving.
Yeah, it's looking like Tiffany's leaving, and they're not telling her yet.
I don't know what's going on this week.
At least as of this point, no one in the house is telling Tiff that she's leaving, and we're shooting this on Monday.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if things could have changed, the vote could have flipped by now, but we'll find out in a few days.
Yeah. So what do you think? All right, Bronte, Tiffany, and Paul. Let's talk about each of them and
the benefits.
So the benefits. So if Bronte leaves, I feel like the guys. What I mean by the guys, Paulie, Corey, James. Those 3 would have it a lot better. Would be a lot better. To get Bronte down, because Natalie would only have Bridget. Bridget can't play for HOH, and then maybe Natalie can work with James and them a little bit.
It's looking like James is trying to get with the showmances right now. So maybe the 3.
Yeah.
Maybe the 3 of them can form 3 groups can form a little alliance.
Yep.
All together.
Definitely can form an alliance.
You could form an alliance. And you've never seen a showman's alliance before, so it would be kind of interesting if that was ever to happen.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris? A 3
showman's alliance? That's a 3-way alliance.
That's more like a 6-way, but all right.
Oh God! All right, I just don't know. I think Bronte leaving would benefit the guys because Tiffany will go after Frank and they'll fuck everything up.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. With Paul, that would be best for the girls.
Yes, that was the original plan that Day was trying to tell Tiffany because they were like Victor, Paul, then Frank, all girl.
Girl power.
Yeah,
all girls are in.
It would work,
and they get the rest of the guys out. So easy.
So easy.
They have Day or Z or win the next HOH, and they take a crack at Frank and Paulie.
They would have to backdoor Frank.
Yeah, or just exactly. Well, they put on Paulie and who's the other guy in the house? James.
James, yeah.
And put Frank on there.
So if the girls are smart, they'll get Paul out. I don't want Paul to go, but in the girls' perspective, that's what they have to do.
Yeah, because we're all digging Paul now.
Yeah.
In addition, with Tiffany.
Right, with Tiffany.
Also
now.
good for the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're running out of numbers, and better for Frank, honestly.
In Frank's perspective, Tiffany would going is the best game for him.
Yeah. Not good for. I don't see it as a net benefit to anyone else other than Frank.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly.
I don't understand. That's why I'm confused when people were saying on Twitter, they're like, "Oh, Tiffany's going. Why is she going?"
It doesn't make any sense.
How is Tiffany leaving benefiting you?
It doesn't.
The only person Tiffany's going after is Frank.
Yeah,
so it's like
it's the only one, and maybe now Bridget, but she doesn't vote this week, does she?
No. So I think for the girls, they need to vote out Paul. For the guys, they need to vote out Bronte. Yeah. Period. If Frank's smart, he'll try to rally numbers to get Tiffany out. I feel like it's like a 3-way debate thing going on.
There's so much stuff going on in the house.
It's gonna be an interesting eviction though.
It's exciting. It's exciting. Okay, guys. So I think that'll end our little
episode recap
and
live feed updates.
And live feed updates. Do you have any reality news?
Reality room news. Not really, actually. Right. I'm sorry, I haven't been keeping up with the reality room news, but there hasn't been anything going on because when we did Big Brother Canada, there was a lot of news on Big Brother 18. So now that Big Brother 18's on, there's really not much going on right now. But maybe in a few more weeks, there might be something with Survivor. Yeah, so I guess that'll end the episode. This has been Reality Room Podcast. With Paul and Chris.
Until next time, guys. Peace.
Have a good weekend, guys.
And please like, comment, and subscribe.